favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. Now we are going to discuss the favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. So we have to discuss the favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond into two parts. First, we have to discuss the favorable conditions for the formation of cation. For cation. See, ionic bond is nothing but a strong electrostatic force of attraction between positively charged ion and negatively charged ion. The force of electrostatic force of attraction, the Coulombic force of attraction between positively charged ion and negatively charged ion is called ionic bond. So first we study the favorable conditions for the formation of cation. Number one, atom with large atomic size. See, atom with large atomic size form cation readily than atom with small atomic size. See, this is atom with large atomic size. This is atom with small atomic size. Nuclei. See, this is the outermost electron. See here, the distance between nucleus and electron is more. Here, this is valence shell and this is the electron present in the outermost orbit, and the distance between nucleus and electron is less. So in large atomic size, the distance between the nucleus and electron is more. Distance is more. Therefore, nuclear force of attraction is less. So therefore, this atom loses electron readily. In atom with a small atomic size, distance is less. Therefore, nuclear force of attraction on electron is more. So therefore, atom has less tendency to lose electron, therefore to form cation also. So in other words, atom with large atomic size form cation readily. So let us take one group in the periodic table. For our convenience, I am taking first A group or modern notation first group. Alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Lithium atomic number 3, sodium 11, potassium 19, 37 rubidium, 55 cesium. Electronic configuration of these elements is helium 2s1, neon 3s1, potassium, argon 4s1. This is krypton 5s1 and this is xenon 6s1. So here nucleus, two shells only present, electron is present in the second orbit. In case of sodium, three shells are present around the nucleus and electron is present in the third orbit. So in case of cesium, six shells are present around the nucleus and electron is present in the sixth orbit. So as we move from top to bottom, as the distance between the nucleus and outermost electron increases, then nuclear attraction on outer electron decreases. Therefore, tendency of an atom to lose electron increase. So therefore, to form cation, the tendency of the atom to form cation increases. Therefore, the tendency of an atom to form cation increases. Clear? So, cesium forms cation readily, then Rb plus, then K plus, then Na plus, then Li plus. So this is the order of tendency, or you can write ease of formation of cation. Ease of formation of cation. This is the order, right? Next, second factor, ionization potential. Ionization potential. See, first, what is meant by ionization potential? See, this is a neutral atom. These are the shells around the nucleus. This is outermost orbit. Here, this is electron present in the outermost orbit and it is under the influence of nuclear force of attraction. See, to form cation, it has to lose electron. Then, to lose electron, we have to supply some energy. That energy is called ionization potential. So, for example, M is a neutral isolated gaseous atom. So, this energy is supplied. Then, let us suppose that it lost one electron and forms cation. So, this energy supplied to neutral isolated gaseous atom is called ionization potential. Now, see for example, sodium 2, 8, 1 is the configuration. One electron is present in the outermost orbit. To this, approximately 118 kilocalories of energy is supplied. Then sodium forms Na plus ion. So therefore, this energy supplied for sodium atoms is called ionization potential of sodium. Ionization potential of sodium. Now, K, potassium 2, 8, 8, 1. This is the electronic configuration. Now, for example, to this, if 100 kilocalories per mole of energy is supplied, then it forms K plus ion. So this is the energy supplied for potassium atom for losing one electron. This is called ionization potential of potassium. So ionization potential of potassium is less than ionization potential of sodium. Okay. Now, suppose if 100 kilocalories of energy is supplied to sodium, will it form cation? No. Because minimum energy required for sodium to lose electron for 1 mole is 118 kilocalories of energy. Therefore, sodium atom, 1 mole sodium atoms will not form sodium ions. Whereas, if the same amount of energy is supplied for 1 mole of potassium atoms, then 1 mole potassium atoms completely convert into K plus. So therefore, which atom has more tendency to form cation? Atom which is having low ionization potential form cation readily. Atoms which are having low ionization potential values form cation readily. So therefore, what is the second factor? Low ionization potential is the second factor. So elements which are having low ionization potential values have more tendency to lose electrons and they form cation readily. right? Next, third important factor is charge on ion. Charge on ion. Now, to understand this, I am taking one example, that is sodium, magnesium and aluminum I am taking. Now, Z is 11, magnesium atomic number 12, aluminum atomic number 13, right? 2, 8, 1 electronic configuration of sodium, magnesium 2, 8, 2, aluminum 2, 8, 3. Now, one electron only present in the outermost orbit. By losing one electron, sodium can able to form Na plus. Similarly, magnesium, two electrons are present in the outermost orbit. So therefore, after losing two electrons only, it gets stability and form cation Mg2 plus. In case of aluminum, three electrons are present in the outermost orbit. So, after losing three electrons only, it forms cation. See now the configuration of Na plus is 2,8, magnesium 2,8, aluminum 2,8. Right? So therefore, to form sodium, it has to lose one electron. Magnesium, it has to lose two electrons. To form cation, aluminum has to lose three electrons. Okay, right. Now, for losing one electron, sodium require I1. I1 means first ionization potential value. So I1 energy is supplied, minimum energy I1 is supplied, it forms cation. Now, for example, for magnesium, it has to lose two electrons. So therefore, we have to supply, or it require I1 and I2 energy to form cation. So first ionization potential value and second ionization potential value. So we have to supply both. To form cation, aluminum require I1, I2 and I3 of energy. So, and moreover, for any element, sodium, first ionization potential value is less than second ionization potential value and less than third ionization potential value, so on and so forth. This is for any element. So here only I1 is required. Here I1 is required plus I2 which is greater than I1, that is also required. In case of aluminum, a large amount of heat energy is required because I1 and I2 which is which is more than I1 and I3 which is higher than I2. So therefore, if we supply I1, I2 and I3, then only aluminum form cation. So that means to form cation, sodium has to lose only one electron. Therefore, it forms plus 1. Magnesium forms 2 plus. Aluminum forms 3 plus. So therefore, you can say ions with low charge form readily than ion with high charge. Therefore, the ease of formation of cations in this example, Na plus is more than Mg2 plus greater than Al3 plus. So that means Na plus ion is readily formed than magnesium ion and then aluminum ion. So ion with low charge is easily formed than ion with high charge. Next, number 4, electronic configuration. Now, here cation with Ns2Np6 configuration, cation with Ns2Np6 configuration, noble gas configuration is stable and form readily than cation with Ns2Np6 Nd10 configuration. Cation with Ns2Np6 is stable and form readily than cation with Ns2Np6 Nd10 configuration. This configuration Ns2Np6 Nd10 configuration is called pseudo inert gas configuration, pseudo noble gas configuration. Whereas Ns2Np6 configuration, noble gas configuration. This is highly stable. This is less stable configuration. Calcium atomic number 20. Its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s2. So this is the electronic configuration in the outermost orbital. Valency shell electronic configuration. Now, zinc. Z is 30. So its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. What is the electronic configuration in the outermost orbit? Remember, it is not 3d10. It is not 4s2, 3d10. Remember, the electronic configuration in the outermost orbit is 4s2 only. Valency shell electronic configuration. Right? Now, to form cation, calcium has to lose 2 electrons present in the outermost orbit, and zinc also has to lose 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. So, after losing 2 electrons, calcium forms 2 plus Ca2 plus ion. After losing 2 electrons which are present in the outermost orbit, zinc forms 2 plus ion. Now, calcium 2 plus 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. After losing 2 electrons, zinc forms 2 plus ion, zinc 2 plus ion, and its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. So this is electronic configuration in the outermost orbit of Ca2 plus, and Ca2 plus attained Ns2 Np6 configuration, noble gas configuration, stable configuration, whereas after losing 2 electrons, electronic configuration of Zn2 plus ion became Ns2 Np6 Nd10 configuration, which is less stable configuration. Less stable configuration. So therefore, Ca2 plus ion is more stable than Zn2 plus. This is order of stability. And order of stability is nothing but ease of formation of cation. So Ca2 plus ion form readily than Zn2 plus ion. And stability order is also Ca2 plus is more stable, Zn2 plus is less stable. Ca2 plus is more stable because of noble gas configuration, and Zn2 plus is also stable, but it is not that much stable than Ca2 plus because of having Ns2 Np6 Nd10 configuration. So in general, cation with noble gas configuration is more stable and form readily than cation with pseudo inert gas configuration. Now see, what are the favorable conditions for the formation of cation? Favorable conditions for the formation of cation. Number one, large atomic size. So atom with more size, large size, form cation readily than atom with a small atomic size. Number two, atom having low ionization potential value. So element with low ionization potential will form cation readily than atom with high ionization potential. Number one. Number three, high charge on ion. So high charge on ion do not form readily. So therefore, you can say low charge on ion. So low charge anion form readily cation. So that means Na plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus. So Na plus form readily, then Mg2 plus, then Al3 plus. Number 4. Cation with noble gas configuration. So these are the favorable conditions for the formation of cation. Now, favorable conditions for the formation of anion. Number 1. Small atomic size. See, for example, this is atom and this is nucleus and electron is there. For example, this is elemental atom, nucleus and electron. Now, here the nuclear distance means distance between the nucleus and outermost orbit is very less. Here the distance between the nucleus and outermost orbit is more. Suppose if electron is added to the outermost orbit of neutral isolated gaseous atoms. Atom with the small atomic size holds electron tightly or strongly because the distance between the nucleus and electron is very less. Distance between the nucleus and electron is less. So nuclear attraction on electron is more. So therefore it holds electron tightly or strongly. In case of atom with large atomic size, distance between the nucleus and outermost orbit is more. If electron is added to the outermost orbit of isolated gaseous atom, due to more distance, nuclear force of attraction on electron is less. Therefore, it cannot hold electron tightly or strongly. So therefore, atom with a small atomic size, atom with small atomic size can form anion readily than atom with large atomic size. Suppose if you take 17th group elements or 7th A group elements, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine atomic number 9, chlorine 17, bromine 35 and iodine is 53. So its configuration is helium 2s2 2p5. chlorine neon 3s2 3p5, bromine argon 3d10 4s2 4p5, argon iodine krypton 4d10 5s2 5p5. So here two orbits only present. In case of chlorine, three orbits are present. Bromine, electrons are present in fourth orbit, and iodine, five orbits are present around the nucleus. Right? So as we move from top to bottom, atomic size increases. Therefore, the distance between the nucleus and outermost orbit increases. Therefore, nuclear attraction on added electron decreases. So, therefore, tendency to form anion decreases. Tendency to form anion decreases with increase in atomic size. Clear? So, what is the order of ease of formation of halogens? Ease of formation of anions is fluorine form anion readily, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. So this is the order of ease of formation of anions. So in one word, in one sentence, smaller atom with a smaller atomic size form anion readily. Now, second factor is high electron affinity or electronegativity. So that means atom with high electron affinity or electronegativity can form anion readily. So atom with high electron affinity or electronegativity form anion readily. Now here I am taking one example. See, for example, X is an elemental atom. Y is an elemental atom. Now, to X, one electron is added to the outermost orbit of X. Then X minus ion is formed. Now, let us suppose that 100 kilocalories of energy is released. So, this energy is known as electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. Right? For example, to Y, outermost orbit of Y, electron is added. So it forms Y minus ion. Let us suppose that 20 kilocalories of energy is released per mole of atoms. So this is nothing but electron affinity of Y or electron gain enthalpy. Okay, now see, electron affinity is a measure of nuclear force of attraction on electron or added electron. Remember, electron affinity is a measure of nuclear force of attraction on the added electron. See, greater the nuclear force of attraction on the electron, greater the amount of energy is released. If nuclear attraction on the added electron is more, then it liberates more energy. If nuclear sorry, nuclear nuclear force of attraction on the added electron is less energy is released. So here 100 kilocalories of energy is released. So this is large quantity. So therefore X has more affection on the electron. X has more affection on the added electron. X has more affinity towards added electron. Here, energy liberated by Y is less. So that means nucleus of Y, or you can say atom Y, has less affection or has less affinity towards added electron. So here more affection is there, therefore X atom holds the electron strongly. Here electron affinity is less, which means that nucleus of Y has less affection on added electron, which means that Y holds the electron loosely. So therefore X form X minus ion readily, then Y. So therefore this is nothing but order of ease of formation of anions. Clear? So for example, in 17th group, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So as we move from top to bottom, fluorine to iodine, electronegativity decreases. Electronegativity decreases. Therefore, ease of formation of anions is F minus ion formed readily from fluorine, then Cl minus, then Br minus, then I minus. Clear? Next, Last factor, low charge on ion. Low charge means low negative charge, right? Now, see, don't take it as, see, for example, x minus, y2 minus, z3 minus. So, in chemist view, -1 is low charge. Don't see your algebra. In mathematics, -1 is greater than -2, greater than -3, right? So here we are not considering that. -1 means low charge. -3 means high charge. Okay, don't confuse. Right. See, I am taking one example. Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. Fluorine Z equal to 9. Oxygen Z equal to 8. Nitrogen Z equal to 7. Electronic configuration is 2, 7, 2, 6, 2, 5. Now, to get octet configuration, octet state, it requires only one electron. But oxygen requires two electrons and nitrogen requires three electrons. So, after gaining one electron, it gets stability 2, 8. After getting two electrons, oxygen gets 2 units of negative charge. Configuration becomes 2, 8. Nitrogen form 3 minus after getting 3 electrons. Configuration becomes 2, 8. Right? Now, see here, whenever an electron is added to the outermost orbit of neutral isolated gaseous atom, X minus ion is formed and energy is liberated. One electron is added, then X minus ion is formed, energy is released, and this energy is called electron affinity of X. Energy is liberated, therefore it is exothermic process. It is exothermic reaction. But this is X minus ion. Now suppose if you are going to add one more electron to the outermost orbit of X minus, then X2 minus will form. But here, due to inter-electronic repulsions, or you can say it is negative ion and electron is negatively charged particle. So due to this, repulsions will operate. Ion electron repulsion, or you can say inter-electronic repulsions. Inter-electronic repulsion means added electron and electrons existing electron X minus. So there is a repulsion between added electron and existing electrons in X minus. So due to this, X minus, instead of liberating energy, it absorbs energy and X2 minus is formed. And this is endothermic process. This is endothermic process. Okay. Now, this is called second electron affinity of X. Second electron affinity of X. or electron affinity of X minus. Now, say this is E1 and this is E2. Generally, E1 will be less than E2, and if you add E1 plus E2, energy will be negative. Energy will be negative means what? See, this is liberated energy. This is absorbed energy. Absorbed energy is more and liberated energy will be less. Therefore, overall process is endothermic. Clear? See here, first electron affinity. This is positive. Energy is liberated. Energy is liberated. EA1 is liberated, EA2 is absorbed, and the overall process is energy is absorbed, therefore it is endothermic process, this is exothermic process. Now EA1 only positive means energy is liberated. EA2 is energy absorbed. EA3 energy is absorbed. So therefore, overall process is highly endothermic. It is highly endothermic. So therefore, order of formation of these ions is F minus ion easily formed because no energy is required. Atom itself releasing energy. Therefore, F minus form readily than O2 minus than N3 minus. So this is ease of formation of ions. Ease of formation of ions. Okay. So what is the conclusion? Ion with low charge form readily. Then ion with high charge. Now, favorable conditions for formation of anion. Number one, small atomic size. So, atom with small atomic size form anion readily. Then, atom with large atomic size. Number two, atom with high electron affinity or electronegativity form anion readily. Number three, anion with low charge form anion readily. So these are the favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond.